Hey everyone, welcome back. So this is my second video today, and the reason why I'm making this video is because as the market was closing, I was looking at some numbers, I was looking at some volume, I was looking at few data on ETFs, and I realized something really important I wanted to come out and share with all of you. So in the past few weeks, there has been a massive shift in the market happening right under our nose, and I'm positive most of us didn't even realize what was going on. Let me explain in this video, and if you of course have anything to add, I would love your comments in the comments below. Let me know what are you thinking and what are your thoughts about this whole market sell-off that we have noticed. So inflation, which is basically higher prices, is no longer a concern for the companies because market is selling off on all sectors. The ETF, which tracks funds, has the biggest biggest outflow since September of 2020. So since September of 2020, when the pandemic was surging, when we had no idea which direction we're gonna go to, we had that time the outflows from ETF. The same outflows we have it now. So that means that people, because see, if people are worried about inflation, they go to different sectors. They go and pick the money or take their money and put it in the sector that benefit from inflation. Like for example, Coca-Cola, for example, McDonald's, for example, stuff like that, which people will get away with the fine dine, but they will go to these places to eat because everybody has to eat, they have to survive. So what I have seen is that regardless of the sector, there has been an outflow in each and every sector. Bloomberg tracks this ETF thing, and I'm going to pull the number, but the recent report that they flashed, or the news that I got, it was about $151 billion came out of all ETFs in last like 2 weeks. And those are outflows. People are not just taking money out from one ETF and putting it in the other. No, these are the people, those who are basically taking the money out and then they're saying goodbye to the market until the condition improves. So what does that lead us? That leads us to people are fearful of growth. They're not fearful of inflation anymore. Inflation, it's already here. We already know it peaked in March, it peaked in April in certain sectors. And we know that inflation is the name of the game right now. But they are now concerned about growth. They are now concerned about what's going to happen in the next few quarters. And that's the concern that we had Snap, like when Snap reported earnings, that was the concern, that what's going to happen with the forward-looking earnings, what's going to happen in the second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So growth is the main concern. Inflation, no more. So how do you handle growth, or how do you invest with those concerns? So think about it, okay? If you are a competitor, how are you going to manage growth? How are you going to produce more and have more growth in the next 12 months? There are only two ways you can have: by selling more product, right? And by making your operations better. In both of those things, there is tech involved. And I'm coming back to tech in this video because I think we have this huge opportunity in front of us, which you and I are not paying too much attention to right now. And through this video, I just want to kind of come out and explain a little bit about my thinking. I want you guys to please let me know in the comments, what are you thinking of how we are going to handle the growth? So if you want to sell more product, you want to basically have better pricing, you need to invest in your operations, in infrastructure, in your IT, in your technology, right? Because you want to be able to produce the same product or less product at a cheaper cost. Only technology can help you do that, can help you achieve that. So you will invest in technology to gain better operational margins. That's number one. Number two, by selling more products. How do you sell more products? You sell more products by gathering data or collecting data on your consumers. Where do I eat? Where do I shop? What do I look for? What are the things that I'm buying? What are the things I'm not buying? What are the things are in my cart that I'm not checking out with? All those things combined is what gives company the edge over their competitors and also help them basically sell more product or make better decisions so that they can produce more of this and less of this. So I think we are at a very, very important junction where tech is so undervalued. And guess what? So Data, which is data collecting firms, is definitely has a much better, I would say, outlook in 2023, 2024, because right now they all are beaten down. And then softwares that makes operation better. So those are the things basically that we see around us. They have a better chance of producing a lot more in the coming years. Then targeted advertising, very important, right? I mean, they have these products, but how are they going to sell these products? They are going to be looking at the data that where they can sell these products or what consumers they can target that. So online advertisers, Google, Trade Desk, amazing names, right? Then we know that geopolitical tension is at all-time highs. So cybersecurity is also really, really important. Cybersecurity will continue to get better or more and more relevant and more important for each and every company as we go into 2023, 2024. So inflation is out, growth is in people's mind. I listened to almost 7 CEOs in the last, I would say, 7 days. I had this thing that I have to listen to one big CEO every day to kind of see where the market is going. And in all those interviews, one thing was common. They are not shying away from spending more money in technology. They want to spend, they want to invest, they want to grow their IT infrastructure even further. And that brings me to this conclusion that we are seeing the prices that we are seeing on tech names, Microsoft, Google, Amazon is a huge tech name, are amazing prices right now. And I know I just repeated these names in my previous video, but then I'm gonna say another sector, semiconductor. Data centers, cybersecurity, IT spending, all that gets connected with semiconductors. Yes, some semiconductors are good, some semiconductors are bad. AMD reported great earnings, but the stock went up maybe 2.5%, and then Intel reported bad earnings, and then stock gets punished. And then now Nvidia, of course, is my favorite name, is one of the names that gets benefited from all. Their data center business is going to rally. Of course, they are in self-driving car, which is going to get benefited from in the coming years. So I think this is such a crucial time when we have to start thinking like that. We cannot be short-time thinkers where we are only thinking next month or June or July or August, because those times will be painful. I mean, mid-June is what I think is going to be really painful when we are going to see some heavy selling. So this video is not about go buy Nvidia or go buy Google or go buy Apple. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm trying to tell you is that we have to start thinking this way as investors, because then only we can see the potential. Because right now where we are, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. I mean, you just might as well lock the money in the safe and come back after a year and you'll be fine. But if what I'm seeing, if the trend comes true, then we are going to see a massive growth. And some of these names are 70% down, 40% down. And this is the key. I mean, if 70-40% down, yeah, they can go down another 10-15%. That's fine, right? I mean, again, I'm not saying that you go buy these stocks tomorrow. What I'm saying is that, okay, they may have another downside of about 10-15%, but look at the growth potential they have. Look how quickly they can grow, how quickly they will be able to come out of this, because they are the leaders, they are the value players, they are the big players, they are the mega caps. That's why their name is. If you look at where Apple's market cap was just 3 months ago, where it is right now, where Tesla's market cap was just 2 months ago or a month ago, where it is right now, I'm laughing. I'm like, okay, what really changed for these companies? Nothing changed. They still make the same product. They still have the same customers still love the same product that they loved before. I love my car. I love my car today. I love my car last year. I'm going to love my car next year. I love my phone. I love the technology. I have Google Suite for work. I love it. It's so easy to manage, so easy to deploy, so easy to, change users' permissions and all that. Nothing has really changed. I mean, matter of fact, I added 4 more employees, so I have 4 more Google accounts than what I had a month ago. So it all depends upon your outlook and how you think and how you view the market. And when I realize that what's going on in the market, I really feel that we have this beautiful opportunity now, and it's in front of us. It's happening right now. And we have to start taking advantage of it. Again, it's not a video about go buy Google, Apple, or Nvidia. I never say that because I'm not a financial advisor. I just look at the news and I give my viewpoint on how I see the market fit and how I see the market go from here. So from watching those interviews, from watching those clips, you tend to start thinking about it. Okay, are we really in that bad of a shape, or is this like a really money-making opportunity for us? Because from what I'm seeing, IT spending is not going to go down for a very long time. Yeah, it's suffering right now, the stock is suffering right now, but as companies started to shift focus on the growth, their wheels will start to turn. How can we get more growth within the same budget? How can we do more growth within? And they will look at things like how I can make our operations better. We are using 2 folks for this, can we use 1? And I'm talking about IT, stuff here, or IT spending. And of course, job market is a completely different story. Right now we have 2 resumes for each person, or sorry, 2 jobs for each person applying for the job. That's going to change. As we get into the fall, that's going to change, because people are going to start looking at, did we hire too many people? Did we hire too many things? And that's where the operational challenges will come, and that's where the IT spending will go, or they will focus more on the IT spending. So it's really a more of an eye-opener for me when I was reading this report and when I was compiling the data of the ETFs, and I'm like, this is crazy what's happening here, and we are not noticing the change that's happening here. So I just wanted to come out and make a video and kind of share my thought with you all. Let me know in the comments, what are you thinking about the markets? What are you thinking about the economy? And do you agree that inflation is old news for the market now? It's all about the growth. It's all about the future earnings. It's all about the future growth. So let me know in the comments. Again, a pleasure to share all of this with you. If you like the video, then consider to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel. And also for more one-on-one conversation, consider joining our Discord and Patreon. Links are mentioned in the description below. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.